Hi guys, I hope you're doing good. Today is Wednesday, the 17th of June 2026. I'm just going to start off on the daily time frame. I am a bit late today because there's nothing interesting that's going on in the charts. My bias is still the same. There's not much movement. We have some news today, but let's see. So this is the daily time frame. In case you have not watched maybe my analysis on Monday, I am bullish on the bigger time frames, but if I were to just focus on here because I am a day trader, I can see that we have a sort of double bottom over here. Price refused to, make a lower low from here. So I'm not really convinced of any selling pressure as of yet. The daily time frame, honestly, the only bullish candle is here, but it's still not convincing because it also did not have enough strength to push price further up. You can see pushed up, then we stopped, and pushed up, then it went lower, but then this level, the 1.332, still failed. So it's just a lot of mixed signals at this point, and especially in this time frame. You can see here on Monday we had this very candle here, with a very long wick and zero volume, almost little volume. Tuesday's candle just looks confusing. Today we have some sort of bearish pressure, but it's still not confirmed. Well, from the daily time frame, I guess we are in a downtrend. I'm still not convinced of anything as per right now. But when I do go to the 4-hour time frame, I can see here on the 4-hour time frame, this is what we're having at the moment. So you can see this is almost like the double rejection here. This is not like the cleanest double bottom compared to the euro, which we're going to look at in a minute. However, on Monday, when I was making my analysis video, I mentioned that I would be willing to take a sell here, depending on how this candle closed. I was waiting for it to close bearish with a bearish engulfing candle, and it did close. But I mentioned that I'm still not comfortable having a big stop loss because of this particular wick over here. Guys, this is something that I've learned from experience, especially now that I'm becoming more mature in my trading. I don't like this particular wick here, and the fact that I have a big stop loss of almost 60 pips, that goes against my trading rules, because for me, I try to not have more than 50 pips as stop loss. So this is already a trade that is breaking my rules, and that's why I did not enter. I'm not feeling comfortable at all. And you can also see that we had another bullish engulfing candle here, and a buyer could argue that because we've had candles, you can see from over here, we had a bullish engulfing candle, it pushed up. There's another place here, you can see we had a bullish engulfing candle here with a pin bar, sort of bullish engulfing candle here, pushed up. So even buyers could argue that today we're going to push up, but then you see we are still in a sort of downtrend because we have been making lower highs. So I'm personally not willing to take any trade in between these levels here. What I'm personally watching out for is probably a breakout outside of this level, the 1.339, for maybe just a short-term sell, because I still think that if at all my bigger time frame bias of being bullish works, then this 1.3325 should act as resistance, and then see if now I can start taking those long-term buys that I'm talking about. But I'm also not very bigger long-term buys. Complicated, but right now, short-term sells for me, and if at all we're buying, that I'm going to be looking at a breakout from either this particular level over here, and then see if we can take it on further. This is not a position that I'm willing to trade again. I would rather preserve my capital. This June is looking dry, guys. This June, hey, I've not had a single trade. First week, second week now, I don't see myself trading today because of the news that's coming. Thursday might be weird. Friday, we have a bank holiday. So tough times. And even price can even decide to squeeze inside here and maybe make like a type of descending triangle. If that happens before breakout, I don't know how long that can take. So we'll see if it can break down to the downside or outside to the upside. So tricky, guys. Tricky. And this is all mostly because of the dollar index. But before I go to the dollar index, let me go to the EURUSD. So that is my bias for today, guys. I am going to be on standby on either side of the market from these particular key levels. I am not going to be taking any trade here whatsoever, especially with this bullish engulfing candle and then this other bearish engulfing candle. Tricky times. I'm going to be on standby. I'm not in a hurry, and I'd rather preserve my capital. If it's going to be a no trading week, then that is fine. That is also a challenge of trading one currency pair. But again, if you watched my video, I have made peace with not being able to trade as often as I'd like. So just looking at the euro, let me just look at the euro a little bit. Now on the euro, This here is a much cleaner double bottom in my view as compared to the pound USD. If at all this is going to be a valid double bottom, there is a potential of price moving even back up to this level here or even here to then see now if at all we're going to sell or we're going to break out again for a buy. So this here is also a reason why I'm not willing to take any sell or any buy as per right now, because if at all it's valid, you can never know. Price could push up here and then start reacting. In terms of sells from the euro, as a support and resistance trader, I do not see any candlesticks that are forming within my support and resistance levels. This here was probably the only one, but you can see it still didn't push as much. So for me, if at all I was selling the euro, which I do not trade the euro, by the way, I just use it for confluence, I'd probably be looking at something like that. But until then, I can see that we have another almost... This here is a bullish candle here. I don't like it as much, but you never know, because this one here could easily just continue pushing even back up to here or even further up there to that trend line, and then we see what happens. So that is also another reason why I'm skeptical, and that's why I'll be staying out of this market. I like to keep such things in mind because I use the euro USD for confluence only. I do not trade it. If the euro is not agreeing with the pound because they are very highly correlated, I'm not there. And I respect the euro so much as I have my own beef. I have beef with the euro, but I respect it still to this day. So yeah, I just wanted to point that one out. Let me go to the dollar index because this is where things are going to be determined today. We have the FOMC by a new federal chair. So you can see the DXY. This is the 4-hour time frame. I've been having this trend line, and then we were making high highs and higher lows. We are still in an uptrend here, but there is a very big bearish candlestick over here. Personally, I am long term. Well, let me just say long term, because even if it's not too long, I still do see the possibility of price coming back all the way back down to here or even lower. This is the monthly time frame. If this at all is a range, then and we reject around this level here, I do see a potential of price coming down here, even here, and then we see if we can go maybe higher up, because I am bullish long term on the DXY. But again, it's still a long shot. It could still continue dropping. Who knows? You know, right now everything is being depended on by the fundamental news, and the dollar index is not one. Even though I like this candlestick here, this is quite a cute candlestick here. This is the 99.44. It's cute. You can see this trend line is still holding. We have some candles that are giving pressure around this area here. So what I'm thinking about today is maybe price, but of course this is all dependent on the news. Who knows? Maybe price could come and do maybe one last rejection of this level here. I wouldn't be shocked if it even wants to push up and then start crawling back in. I don't know. That's a long shot again, but maybe short-term bullish on the dollar depending on the news. And then we see what happens. If it continues to break out and to form lower lows, then that could validate that bias that I now have on the monthly time frame. So just going to be on standby here. Again, you can see nothing is happening. The candles here on the 1 hour time frame consolidating, just holding on to that trend line for dear life. And yeah, this trend line is looking quite cute. I am a trend line trader. This is what I also use as my support and resistance levels. So yeah, man. Well, guys, this is going to take patience. I can already tell that this is not something that can happen very quickly unless today's news is going to be very, very volatile. And you can see here now on the Wednesday, now this is the 9 p.m. USD. This is East African time. And then on 9:30 p.m. East African time, we have the press conference. Usually what I've noticed from these news is whenever they happen, you'll find that they start making news in the middle of the night, moves in the middle of the night, and then in the morning, you find something has happened. So I'm going to be on standby. I'm not willing to trade. Just looking at, what was I looking at today? Something here. Was there a news release? Dollar studies ahead of Fed decision. Yeah, so you can see here, the new Fed chair is Kevin Warsh. He's going to speak. It is unlikely to position himself strongly against the Fed in his first meeting by voting a rate cut straight away. So you can see here there's still uncertainty in terms of how the people are going to be voting today. So this is a decisive factor which will be described with energy price shock as temporarily leaves the market expectation. Okay, we're going to be waiting. Rather, I'm going to be waiting. I will be watching the news. I think I'm going to be on Bloomberg or on CNN, because this probably might be breaking news, because this is the first time he's going to be making this announcement. I'm going to be on standby at 9. Today I'm going to be ABC, Bloomberg. We're watching the news tonight, or rather I am watching the news. Let's watch the news, guys. You can also follow me on Instagram. I did post a little update there. And also, guys, I did make my first payout with FTMO, which is going to be dropping after this video here. This June I've not had a trade, so actually that was a trade from May, but then I got my payout this week from FTMO and also Alpha Capital. On Alpha Capital, I documented that on my Instagram. I did also make a little payout there, which I'm grateful for. But yeah, stay tuned for that video. I will see you in the next one. Let's be patient, or rather, as per my rules, I'm going to be patient and at peace. I'm going to be at peace if there's no trade this week because I'd rather preserve capital. That is it for this video. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next one.